Tell you about hesitation gets you yellow and mellow, so stop. I'll tell you about rumination, so why not change your life? I'll tell you about true colors, shades that live inside of you. A rainbow of feelings approaches, and you know what to do. So why not paint the whole world in colors? Stop to see the world in black and white. Open up your mind to people around you. You might get surprised when you tear down your walls. So why not paint the whole world in colors? Why are you spending your days in misery when you can change whatever you have to make a colorful world of your own? Green, blue, yellow, black, rainbow, so why not paint the whole world in colors? Stop to see that.
All right, green screen looks a little better, so that's good.
Black and white.
We'll call that progress. They come around you and be surprised when. All right, let's get everything on the road here. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Happy Thursday. Where's my phone? Magoo, lookaboo. Hello. Thank you for the 7 stream streak.
359 coming in hot with the 7 stream watch streak.
Thank you very much for the 7 stream streak. I appreciate that. Happy Thursday, everybody.
Thursday.
I gotta get a. Oh, I have a Sunday sounder.
Sun. Sun. Sun.
I forgot I had the Sunday sounder. I got to start breaking that back out for Sunday streams again. Oh man. This is my one day off this week. Tomorrow I have to Uber all day. But that's my last 12-hour Uber day. Hopefully. I start full-time at Upload VR on Monday. My last day at public storage is Sunday. Tomorrow should be my last Uber day, and then Upload was the third job, and that's becoming my primary job. So excited to hit the road or hit the ground running with that. It's gonna be a breath of fresh air to only work one job and not work 90 hours a week. So yeah, very excited about that. Okay, so earlier today we watched the Sony State of Play, looking for the VR content. Not really surprising that there wasn't. I was looking for Friday Nights at Freddy's: The Secret of the Mimic to be announced as coming to VR, but Steelwool Studios already announced that on their social media that was coming in spring 2026. So I guess they just kind of made the announcement there. I missed that until after the State of Play was over. So yeah, no VR on that, so nothing to recap there. A bit of a shameless plug here, and with the new job, I've gone ahead and updated my bios for everything. So like my Blue Sky, I'm still on X because frankly, I'm going to have to be for my job. And you know, I'm working on Instagram and some other stuff. But in lieu of, and I asked a couple people who are games journalists about this, and I said, hey, I'm a staff writer now. How much should I be reposting, sharing stuff from developers if it should be an article? And they all pretty much to a person said, you know, if it's something that you know you're not going to write an article on, you should still share it, because then what happens is your feed becomes an aggregate for a lot of people, and then they start looking at your feed to see, you know, all the news is fit to print, even if you're not writing an article about it. So I'm gonna make a concerted effort to do that, which will actually help me for the stream, because then whenever I want to go over any news items, all I'm gonna do is just scroll my feed, because I should have had everything there over the last 7 days, or how many days it's been. So with all that said, this stuff that I know for a fact I will not be writing an article on, but I just want to run through it real quick. Polyarc Games announced that they were going to release their fork of Unreal Engine 5 and 5.5 and 5.6 for Apple Vision Pro based on Glassbreakers. Basically, they had to redesign Glassbreakers for Apple Vision Pro to work with hand tracking and eye track for the rendering and a whole bunch of other stuff that doesn't really factor in when you're on Steam and on Quest. So they released that. It's on GitHub. I can start over now. I said you were the most awesome person in the world. Relax. I just said that for 10 minutes. That's all I said. Or for 9 minutes and 25 seconds. That's all I've said. Relax is awesome. Go on. Yes, you're the best person ever. So yeah, if you do any kind of work in Unreal and you're kind of interested in what Polyarc is doing with Apple Vision Pro, that fork is now available on GitHub. Golf Plus was offering their Wolf Creek, which is an original DLC course for, I think it's like 2 years old now. They were offering that as an incentive to anyone who left a review on the Quest store. And then they found out, which I thought most developers knew this, that Meta doesn't allow you to have a policy. Meta has a policy where you cannot incentivize people to leave reviews. You can't say if you leave a review you get this cosmetic or anything. Some developers get around this, like Dungeons of Eternity did this, where they said, hey, if you leave a review on the store, you'll get a custom cosmetic. And there was a link inside the game, a clickable link where you click on it and it would just open up the store page. But the second it opened up the store page, you got the cosmetic automatically, because there's no possible way for them to track on the Quest store in the developer hub. There's no way for them to track who leaves a review versus which player they are in your game. They don't have a tracking system for that, presumably for player privacy. So Dunn just got around about saying we just wanted them to visit the store page, so we just told them to visit the store page. I have a cosmetic because I clicked on that link one time, so we're looking at doing that for £3 games. But long story short, Golf Plus had the system where you had to validate it in their Discord, and Meta said, don't do that. So anyone who got it already will keep it, but they are not going to retain it. Wasn't that one guy saying use this discount to review my game? Amelia, if you could find that, I'd love to take a look at that. I'm not sure what you're referring to. Anyway, this is the post from the VR News channel on my Discord where that popped up. That's DBO Battles received a graphics update. I'm not gonna write an article on this because this is all they said. They literally just said this. How they do, fellow champions? This latest update comes with an engine update and improved graphics. We hope your battles will look better than ever. That's it. That's the whole thing. They didn't say what they changed, higher textures, anything like that. Oh, just discount to review my game. No, they were saying, oh, you're talking about the Legendary Tales people? What's up, Awful? Welcome in. No, so they were saying use the affiliate code of content creators who supported us, and then they were saying we're going to give you a 10% off this code, and then use an affiliate code and they'll stack. When they realized, number one, their math was wrong, and number two, that wasn't happening. Yes, I know this. You have 82,263 pixels. Yes, you're doing quite well, actually. More on the pixel store in a minute. But to Amelia's point, after they realized that wasn't the case and you couldn't stack them, then they came back and said, okay, here's a 20% off code. And it's 50 months. 50 months. Oh my God. You're not poor. What are you talking about? Mia, we're about to have
it helps your elocution if you have balls in your mouth and you talk.
What the Oni?
We did not insist this with a preposition. Okay. Mia, do you realize we're about to have a kindergartner? Mia, we're about to have a kindergartner. Relax, it's rich. I am poor. No, we're all rich because we're richer because we have each other. Okay, we're rich in spirit because we're rich in our hearts with love and kindness in this community. Awful. That's where you're rich. Okay, it's the personal fulfillment and the joy of spending time with loved ones here in this community. Okay, I don't need everyone. I don't need everyone to flex how many pixels you have, please. This is like hurting my argument that Awful is not poor. So if we could just stop. Magoo has 363,318 pixels. I know you were curious. So, okay. Y'all are jerks.
Kick rocks, dude.
No, okay. Awful. No, Awful. There's nothing. Mia, if you're too... Mia, if you're too old for a 4-year-old, what am I? Because I'm significantly older than you are. Thanks, Relax, for the pixels to chat. Here we go. No, awful. There you go. Thank Relax for 100 extra pixels. There you go. There you go. Another 250 from Russ. There you go. See, everyone's getting richer today. Everyone's getting richer today. Why are we booing? And Mia, you didn't answer my question. What am I if you're too old for a 4-year-old? I'm a fucking fossil over here. What's next? This one was funny. The VR Games Showcase posted a PSVR 2 player who used a plunger. Why can't we boo? There's nothing to boo. Anyway, he used a plunger stuck to his floor as a flight stick for his playing Aces of Thunder. That's a PSVR 2 controller that he basically was. I give points to this for creativity. just for the effort going on and doing this. Faye says something in Gamertag Discord that we think we can all agree with, because that's actually a skillet that he's using. He's putting the plunger on, and I'm just gonna say you probably don't want to eat at this person's house. The food probably tastes pretty shitty. Get it? Get it? Because it's a plunger on a skillet, and either you cook on, but it's a plunger that you plunger your toilet, and then you might get that. Pretty sure that's a skillet.
Bullshit.
Oh God. Okay, dad joke from Magoo. A man got hit in the head with a can of Coke, but he was all right because it was a soft drink.
Shut the fuck up, Mike. Bullshit. Bullshit.
Get out the way. You're dumb. You're dumb. Same thing. Still dumb.
Magoo Lou, who boo woo woo, says boo.
Y'all suck. Oh, okay. You know what, Mia? For you, I'll give it to you. Yes, I do have it on my soundboard. Just for me a moment. Just for me a moment. Anywho, okay, moving on. Sunny State of Play. That was Inverse shutting down. That's it for that feed. Going to my X feed because there was some developer stuff that I reposted. The fact that you have it on the raid is fantastic. Only because of you, Mia. You're the only reason that's on my soundboard. Okay, no, I'm sorry. I take that back. You and you piece of shit. The only reason that's on my soundboard. Crave announced that they have sold 110,000 copies of their game. This is one of those little engine that could stories. A game that a lot of people, by the way, this also throws way out of whack this whole for every review count on like 30 copies, because just doing the quick math here, that's the math that most people have always said. So it's like somewhere between 30 to 60 copies. If they sold 110,000 copies of the game and they're in 77 reviews, that's a factor of 1 review for every 125 copies sold, unless the game's on Steam, which I just thought about. So let's check that real quick. Mia, I do love your emotes. And Pizza's emotes. Okay, I take that back. It's on Steam. But even then, if you add in these 81 reviews, and I'm pretty sure it's not on PSVR 2. Anyway, yeah, but yeah, I'm not going to try to turn this to a negative thing. Congrats to them. 110,000 copies sold. That is absolutely an achievement for a small studio. I will be doing absolute backflips and half double gainers if I sell 110,000 copies of my game. I'll be very happy with that. That'll be over $1 million in revenue. The Bone Lab mod, this from Adam Body, the Bone Lab mod community just made a full standalone game. Version control run Bone Jam 2024 as a mod. Now the sequel is coming to Quest and Steam VR as a full release. A Stanley Parable style physics narrative where the developer narrator slowly loses control of his own game. It is on PSVR 2. Thank you. I'm not gonna look at the review count, but yeah, so that number's out of whack. No, Magoo, we're using Mia. We're using your emotes, the Mia moment emotes. Those are the ones we care about. Also, I love the fact that you're still subbed to Pizza just for his emotes, which they're good emotes. Okay, no, we don't need to spam my emotes, especially those 3 emotes. Continuing on with this, I love seeing modders transition into full-time development and actually making the game of their own, especially if they're basing it off the engine of a game that they're already familiar with. Gunman Contracts, which is coming from the modders of a Half-Life Alyx, or I'm sorry, a set of Half-Life Alyx modders are doing the same thing. Love to see that. Love to see that. Only have access to a single email pieces. Gotcha. Okay. Okay, the Eminem sisters had chosen violence tonight. You know what? I'm here for it. Forefront has been announced to be going to PSVR 2. It is available to wishlist now. There is no release date yet. I'm sure because they said in their announcement, which was on my Discord, I can read the full Discord post. Russ, ignore the notification count, please. Ignore the notification count. Just don't look. Also, why is my camera herky jerky? Oh, because Discord was opening. Ignore the notification count, please. Thank you. Matter of fact, we'll just shrink that down. VR news. Let's see. Back scrolling. Sis Critical 2 is on sale for 90% off. Don't care. Or was it in this? No, this was before I started that. So I think I saw it in the Let's Talk Oculus Discord. So let's check there. They had a whole list of all the stuff they were doing for it, basically saying they're gonna get it to run at 90% or 90 frames per second native and a whole bunch of other stuff. But I just drew attention to it. You know what? That's fair. That's fair. Next time I just won't say anything. I just won't say anything. We'll just see if you notice it. Gamer Tech should have it. The fuck? Where did I see it? Because it wasn't just there. Maybe it's on the social media. I guess it's on the social media where I saw it. All right, closing that out. Anywho, they said that they're going to be taking full advantage of the PSVR 2, meaning it's going to run at native 90 frames per second. They're not going to use projection. It'll have headset haptics. It'll use the adaptive triggers, all the stuff that PSVR 2 players care about because they really want developers to use the features of their headset. Whatever the game is, be damned. They just want to know if it's going to hit those marks. Headset haptics, 90 or is it 90 or is it 60 frames per second reprojected 120? Adaptive triggers, and I can't remember. Oh, eye track dynamic foveated rendering. They want to know that every game they have is using those 4 things. If not, you have to explain yourself. Alvo's probably been the most popular, or no, I'm sorry, not Alvo, Pavlov, excuse me. Pavlov's probably been the most popular shooter on PSVR 2. It's routinely in the top 10. I think it's the only top 10 game in PSVR 2 downloads every month. So it'll be good for them to get another shooter and a different kind of shooter too. So good for them. Golf Plus already talked about. Deviant Battles already talked about. That's it, because that's about my content stuff. So that's it. One other reminder, if you are interested in Glassbreakers at all, reminder that they are running a tournament. The deadline to sign up is this Saturday. So if you have not signed up yet and you have any interest in it, there is a total prize pool of $1,000. It is $400 for the first place team / finishers. I think it's $250 for second, $150 for third, and $120 for third, and $80 for fourth. I think I have that right. Where's that not supposed? Where's that not supposed? Spellbound Mask, free to play. Here it is. What's up, Carrie? How you doing? Good to see you. So yeah, if you have any interest in this, it starts on the 18th. You have to check it on the 17th, which is Monday. Starts on the 18th, and tournaments are going to be, you have to arrange your play time with whoever you're playing that night. So if you're interested, make sure to sign up for that and possibly win some money. With all that said, let's go do some bingo, shall we? Let me turn on the game. If you are looking in the background, if you're new to the channel for any reason, every Thursday we go through all the new releases on Steam and Meta. Yes, more than 4 people are playing. That's correct. So if you haven't played it before, probably not a good idea to enter a tournament unless you're just that confident in your skills. Which, if you are, hey, more proud to you. Every Thursday we go through all the new releases for VR on Steam and Meta. We review the store pages, we read the descriptions, we look at the screenshots, and we watch the trailers. Originally, this was intended to be a promotional vehicle for independent developers, but unfortunately what happened is we saw a lot of crap. A whole lot of crap. So and it still is in the spirit of getting the word out about games that actually are just kind of buried through the algorithm. So occasionally you'll find a game that ends up on the wish list. So I'm going through the process of just shoveling through the crap for you guys and hopefully trying to find a little hidden gem here and there. Last week was the 5th, but I don't remember this game, so we're gonna take a look at it. No, I do remember this. Never mind. We did see that. So skip it. Okay, We Need Colorful Hearts is our first game up. A VR storybook set in a glass city has lost its emotions. Follow Bubble and the Doctor to rediscover the forgotten colors of the heart. Experience an immersive narrative told through narration and cutscenes plus free exploration. Just one thing. That's not bad. Where is the bingo board? Oh, it's on the wrong monitor. That's why. Move that over here. Yoinking it. Immersive in the description. Let's go ahead and call that. And let's take a list of screenshots. Only a handful here. Are those like pitchers? Like drinking pitchers for heads? Interesting. I'm sure there's a narrative reason for that. Interesting. Okay. Let's see the trailer.
Relax, enjoy life says, oh yeah.
What's up, Future? Get your bingo board. The Cooler Man, gotcha. I was like, what was the oh yeah for? I'm sorry, the song's catchy. What? That's a game that exists. That's all I'll say. Just keep it moving. Colorful hearts by Didn't see a single heart in there. I agree with you. Crossings. I have a written review for this on uploadvr.com right now. The video will be out most likely tomorrow. It is sitting in my edit bay. I'll probably finish it tonight after stream, if not tomorrow, before I have to go take care of some personal business. Explore and fight your way through an ever-changing world in the quest for vengeance and survival in an epic adventure through the Norse afterlife. Meet fellow lost souls in seamless and wordless VR co-op as you block, dodge, strike, and power your way through trolls, Draugr, and other dark beings. This comes from Neat Corporation. They're the people who made Budget Cuts Ultimate. Again, I've played on the channel and quite enjoyed. Matter of fact, the song that started this stream came from the Budget Cut soundtrack. That's the end credit song. I don't know if you can make it to the Hearts, California. Yeah, I don't think so. What demerit for not using dodge twice? Yeah, we need some shrooms. Relax for sure. This game is multiplayer, so we'll go ahead and take that off. I should probably add roguelite as one of the criteria for this, for bingo. There's multiplayer. Did it say physics in it? It did not. Okay. It is on sale already. And I find number 17. There you go. All right. And screenshots. There's quite a few of these. When they say wordless multiplayer, they said pretty much they didn't put voice chat in the game, and they wanted you to communicate using hand signals. I said in my review, I thought that was a curious choice in the world where Discord exists. Discord is about to get native Quest integration, or if you just got two Quest players, you just do a meta voice call. So don't really understand that choice, because even as a design decision, people would just do what I did, which is only Kaze and I and Relax and I, when we played this, we just pulled up in the Discord channel. Like, I didn't even think about the fact that it was voiceless. That's a terrifying shot. But yeah, if you want to know my full thoughts on this game, go read my article on uploadvr.com. I'm not going to recap the whole thing here, but we will watch the trailer. I will say this. The music in this game is excellent. It's, when you're fighting bosses, good stuff. It's this song. Angry Enya. Do you need this? No. Do I think you'll like this if you like dungeons? Yeah, probably. I really like the combat in this game. The combat feels meaty and chunky in a way that a lot of combat games in VR don't. For instance, I had to review Street Gods about 2 months ago, and that is the complete opposite of this game. Because everything just feels weightless. And this one, there's some weird stuff. Like, for instance, you just have hands and wrists, which isn't that big of a deal. But when you arm your weapon, so when you hold down grip, either in either hand to pull up an item in your secondary hand, or your weapon in your primary hand, your hand disappears and then it just becomes the weapon. So that automatically kind of changed hitting angles. But yeah, it's fine. I rated it 3.5 out of 5 stars, if that helps. Like I said, go read my review. I'm not gonna recap the whole thing here. I think it's a good game with potential if they fix a few quality of life issues to be quite good, if not great. But yeah. What awful? What? We're playing bingo here. You can win some pixels. Jumping down the bingo. Axiomatic demo. There's no tags on this, so I'm going to risk clicking on this. Okay. Especially rejoining co-op. Yeah, like I said, there's some clunky spots. Going back to my poor corner. Okay. Can someone give Awful a hug, please? Exclamation point hug Awful, please. Exclamation point hug. Everything is awful with 2 L's. VR action puzzle platformer. Beat the clock as a robot with a training battery. Shoot to see. Use your light ray gun. Find your way in the dark to a charging station before you shut down. Shoot glowing neons to solve spatial puzzles. And open the Schrodinger box. Get a cute kitten, dead or alive. Interesting. Thank you for the hugs, Awful. I could. Oh my god. Only Kaze said. Only Kaze said I can give Awful hugs, which is why I'm not asked to very often. Relax wants a 5 times wheel spin. Whatever this lands on, I'm going to multiply it by 5 and give it to Relax. Phrasing. Get to everything is awful. Oh, okay. Not really in the rules, but since the store is temporarily shut down, I will allow it. I will allow it. You're a kind rich person? Really? Okay. And then I want to thank Russ for the 100 pixels. All right, continuing on. I read the whole description. It says multiplayer. It's why is it coming soon? Why is this on my list then? I'll count it because I already started it, but demo releases February 6th, which was 6 days ago. Oh, that's why. Because they didn't remove their release date, so it's still showing up. That's bad. That sucks for them. So if you don't know, I only do new releases. I shouldn't. No coming soon should come in here, except if you have passed a release date for either your demo or your release. And Relax and I've talked about this a couple of times because we learned from Chris Zukowski. And you don't adjust it before.
Hey, phrase it.
If you don't adjust it, Steam goes ahead and puts your listing out there, even though it still says coming soon. And this right here is the biggest visibility hit this game will probably get because they didn't adjust their date. So now they're out of the running for stuff like, you know, popular upcoming games, new and trending games, anything like that, because they didn't hit their release date. That's rough, but unfortunately it's a self-inflicted one. Screenshots. So if you're wandering around in the dark trying to find a light source, these screenshots make sense, but it doesn't visually appeal. I think this is a game that will probably look better in action than in screenshots, just by the very nature of what the game is. Yeah, tough to tell what's going on for sure. So let's watch the trailer. I'm gonna skip the rest. By the way, especially for a game that looks like this, you do not need this many screenshots at all. All right. It is dark. Why? Shoot to see. Yeah, I like I like this idea. Okay, it's starting to click. So you're literally lighting your way. That's interesting. Yeah, it sounds great, Russ. Great sound of the game. There was a typo there. Don't loose cat, not lose cat, loose cat. I don't know. You know what? It's not even out yet. I'll add it to my wish list. I'm intrigued enough to follow up on it at the very least. Funded by Colombian drug lords. Where'd you get that from? Isle of Food demo. Of course, it's demo, so we're gonna tick off free to play and demo. Play around the table 2026. Also, we're about to be seeing a lot of demos because Steam Next Fest is in 2 weeks. Can you cook when nothing is given to you? Hunt, fish, gather, and farm your way to running a stylish island resort in this open world, cozy VR cooking game. I swear we just saw this. No, Croy saw this. That's why. Using the good old Cinti assets. You love to see it. Yeah, it's definitely using Cinti, so it's all low poly. Perfect. I think Cinti stuff, even though that is low poly, it's still like Cinti stuff looks really sharp and crisp and clean. So I do like their work. They do really good work. It is always weird to see a game made with Cinti assets voice acted though. Like I just expect the characters to be silent. There's a lot of screenshots here. You probably don't need this many. Okay, now we're looping. All right, trailer.
Welcome to Isle of Food, where every ingredient begins with an adventure. Deep forests, clever traps, and wild game. Bait, cast, wait. The freshest fish is just a tug away. Tropical birds and juicy berries. Get ready to hunt with a slingshot in hand. Glowing mushroom caves, exotic fruits high in the trees, and surprises hiding at every step.
It's a raccoon, so Anna loves this game.
To lead. Build the restaurant of your dreams. Cook. Serve. Decorate. Upgrade everything. Keep your guests smiling.
Mia, this might be a game for you if you're still here.
Plant some veggies, milk a cow, and enjoy the simple life. Explore the island through changing seasons. Rain or shine, the ingredients evolve. Find legendary items, serve legendary dishes, and become the ultimate.
Yeah, it's like a cooking life simulator type situation.
In Isle of Food.
I watched you play dozens of hours of Tavern Simulator, Mia. You'll pass. Wonderful. Let you eat the star next to the glowing mushroom. I hope you can eat the glowing mushroom. I'd love to trip my balls off. Play release day in April. You know what? I'm gonna play this demo. It might be in Next Fest anyway, so I might need to play it for work. But I'm gonna go ahead and add that demo to my library. We'll check it out at some point. Maybe on Sunday. You have enough life right now, Tavern Simulator. Hey, if you fire a Tavern Simulator, please let me know. I missed that game. Oh my god. Only Kaze said, I'll try it maybe. Get it? I'll. Endless Wonder VR. VR is in the title. Good God. Only its own one today. Endless VR is a vibrant VR platformer where you combine sticks with different abilities to overcome countless obstacles on your way to the mysterious Bone Dragon who has stolen your beloved. All right, pretty straightforward concept. Defeat enemies and bosses determined to stop you and explore carefully. Hidden secrets await. In title, but not in their thumbnail thingy. Yeah, interesting choice. Interesting choice. Has demo available. It is $14.99, so $15. Similar to Minecraft Dungeons. That is a lofty comparison, but okay. Ooh, I need to see if Minecraft Dungeons will let me stay online on Steam now, because it always crashed for me there. I need to get out another run. Okay, so ignore. I already like this whole trippy, like, circular city thing over here on the upper left. I'm kind of into the inceptionness of this. Wait, so Isle of Food also showed in this list, but just in demo, not released till April. A premature shot. I don't know. I'm gonna check my settings right after we watch this trailer. This does look interesting. Okay, we've looped all the screenshots. Let's see if it holds up in the trailer, because sometimes the screenshots look better than the trailer, than the actual gameplay, and then sometimes it's the other way around. So let's see. Based off the screenshots, this may hit my wish list. We'll see how the trailer looks though. I couldn't tell if that was arm-based locomotion or not, because they kept swinging their wand down to jump. I don't know if that was just for jumping or if that was for moving too, because we really only saw them like turn. Not. We'll play a demo. Yep. Exactly. Relax. We'll play a demo. Let's check my settings and make sure. Let's see. Okay, VR only. I do this every week. VR only, VR supported, and sort by release date. So I'll do every single week, and I never get coming soon games just by doing that. So I don't know if Steam made an update on how they index stuff. I'm not sure. It was only with the orb things. Maybe this one function. Yeah, that's possible. 2 platforming for me.
Hello.
That's fair. Mia,
Hello, Mike.
Think of it, lurk, Mia.
Hello.
Appreciate you.
Hello.
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 By the way, there's a lot of games on this list, but again, it's Next Fest time. You're about to see a whole bunch of demos coming up. Master Runners is a free-to-play hand-based movement VR multiplayer game packed with fun and variety. It offers a one-of-a-kind experience that stands out in the VR space. Whether you're into fast-paced action or just looking to hang out with friends, Master Runners is something for everyone. Oh boy. I can almost guarantee this will not hit the wish list. Yeah, we got some bangers here. By bangers, I mean bingo bangers. This, oh boy. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. Trailer. It's so bad Steam can't play it. Is that what you're telling me? Is this AI music?
Stop. I don't wanna drop my music. It's too hard and so confusing. You got me lost and losing. Would I be the one you're choosing? Run now. It's not a move.
The award-winning Amelia says, just say no.
It's 2 seconds shy of 52 minutes. Amelia, look, it's a social VR setting where they're actually building stuff. It's just like Resonite. Exactly, Oni. Amelia, you can build here.
Amelia says, joy.
Amelia, you can build here. You can build here. Look at all the things you can build. Cones and triangles and blocks. That's a game that exists.
Hell no, to the no, no, no. Yeah, to the no, hell to the no, to the no, no, no.
Yes. The song is by World Light that poured up for the Pinewood. Master Runners, where were the legs? They're running with their arms, relax. Duh. Opic 3D. Opic is a cutting-edge social media platform, that lets users create immersive, lifelike moments that go beyond flat screens. Whether you're reliving memories or broadcasting a real-life spatial live stream, Opic brings depth, dimension, and presence to your social interactions. All right, we had immersive earlier. They're social. It's just one O. the double O is in the logo, but in the title it's just Opic, 1 O. So I'm going Opic, not Upic. It's just a trippy effect in the logo, man. Software does not look like things you've used in the past. Yes, I'm not a social VR guy. It is free to play. Yeah, I said Opic. Opic is a long O. Oh. Okay, there's not really to the screenshots, but it's... I have a feeling it's about to be super limited. Thank God, 46 seconds, okay. Square aspect, you'll love to see it. Create a spatial. Create a spatial. I didn't know spatial was a noun now. Okay. Well, in that spatial. Oh, Instagram you, bro. Here's my... I made the spatial. Bro, I made the spatial. Versus 1 demo. Oh, God. I've seen this. I've seen it. Croy showed this to me. Oh, God. Play as various... Wow. Various giant monsters. Or as the heroes attempting to defeat them in this asymmetric 2-player local co-op VR fighting game. Send forth minions and shrink. God, I can't talk today. Swing massive weapons or rocket jump around the stage and strike at them as they attempt to take you down. I am a big fan of asymmetric games. I am not a big fan of them having to be local. Privately, of course, it was a barely dressed woman.
Magoo who boo woo woo says, words are hard.
I agree. You know what? Relax. It would have been better, by the way, if they had just like made her naked and just completely like pixelated it out. Just lean into it, guys. Just lean into it at that point. Screenshots. It's got that low voxel look, just like Cube, which is not at all like Minecraft. Okay, so relax, will get where I'm coming from here. This means one of two things. Either they only have one environment done for the game when they decided to put out their Steam page, or this whole game takes place in one room. Because everything that we've seen here is a different angle of the same room. Every single one of them. And it just inherently makes your game look really limited. Now I remember this one. You started your trailer with 10 seconds of a black screen.
Dumb, stupid, or dumb, huh?
Magoo, we have a 3-year-old. Thank you for the resub. I appreciate you. Again, same environment.
Cakewalks, dude.
GG's, Faye. GG's. Carmen Dreamlands, but the S is $1, you know, like the cool kids do. GG's on the jackpot, Faye. Enjoy your 500 pixels. Welcome to Carmen Dreams Land, the theme park where fossil fuels are made great again. Oh my god, no.
Cakewalks, dude.
Team up with up to 3 friends in this fast-paced satirical VR action game. Blast oil towers, turn scrap into wood turbines, and dodge diesel drones in intense 10 to 15 minute sessions.
Only says JFC. Just skip it.
No, we're gonna see. It's similar to Vertigo 2. Kiss my ass. Yeah, it's out of morbid curiosity now, because there's no way I'm playing this game. All right, we've already looped. Like, why even invoke that in the game? I'll check at the end of this, only what it said. It was something about European media, though. What's the play loop? European Media and Immersion Lab is what it said. European Media and Immersion Lab. What's the play loop there? I got no sense for what the hell you're actually supposed to do in that game. It's like it was made by Eastern Europeans trying to appeal to Americans, set the majority of us are like that. Yeah. Poor taste. Dead Splash, moving on. Dead Splash said, oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. Well, here's our shooter. Dead Splash is an intense VR arcade wave shooter set in the 1980s pool party overrun by zombies. Go fuckers. Fight endless hordes using physical gameplay. Hold on, that's 2 things right there. Using physical gameplay, deploy traps and barricades, chase high scores, and survive as waves grow faster and deadlier. Oh, God. Is this early access? It's not. It's a shooter. Has zombies. Similar to games I've played before. Half-Life Alyx and The Last of Us Part 1. Do I call this a horror game? How's it 80s? No one said 80s. It says 1980s, no exclamation point. Did I miss 80s somewhere else? All right, someone run the poll. Is this a horror game? If the vote is yes, I'll count it. Like, do zombies automatically make a game a horror game? It's certainly horrifying. Thank you, Amelia. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Faye. I'm gonna back up a bit. Just to let it buffer and load. Just the trailer. Just the trailer. The people spoken, not a horror game, so we want that kind of this horror.
I just wanna see her on the other side.
Cakewalks, dude.
Oh, plug priority. I am plays an adorable telephone exchange operator at the dawn of the 20th century. This game is in early access. I am determined to make Croy play this game. I'm gonna figure out a way to get Croy VR to play this game.
No, we're back to saying phrasing.
The screenshots are exactly the same. They all look the same. They all look like this. I need to figure out a way to make Croy VR play this. Yeah, they're all the same.
Operator, connect me to channel 8. Operator, connect me to channel 7. Operator, connect me to channel 5.
Be a moment, are you still here?
Operator, connect me to channel 1. Hello, operator. I want to call 5. Operator, connect me to channel 2. Operator, connect me to channel 7. Operator, connect me to channel 9. Hello,
Basically,
operator.
future, basically.
Hello, operator. I want to call 7. Hello, operator. I want to call 8.
Every day's great and you're too next.
Sandmaster's kind of mean a few things future, but generally it's like non-linear kind of player driven content, meaning, you know, the player can do pretty much whatever they want. I don't know why that said was tagged historical, but okay, really keep it going because through the ads, because holy crap, there's a lot. So that's why I normally skip VR supported. Deep Sleep is a science fiction choose your own adventure VR game. Interesting. Play as your future self, making choices for your distant future after a climate crisis. Join the agency of post-liminary affairs to sleep for millennia to reach your preferred future on the recovered Earth on the planet far away. It's already on sale. Single player, Oh, Russ, we've got plain looking font in a screenshot. You wait. You put. Oh my god. I mean, these screenshots relax aren't filling me with a whole lot of hope here, honestly. But you know what? I'll be positive. We're gonna watch the trailer. Let's see how it is.
You may have always felt your future was determined, and you were on a path you could not control. It's silly to imagine a future that might be better than this. How can you even imagine when all you've known is decline and destruction? You might have thought the Agency of Post-Liminary Affairs was a cult or a hoax when you first heard of it. They said the future could be deferred rather than destroyed. Now you can
I'm so
choose.
tired all of a sudden.
You have the control to construct your future the
Need some
way you
coffee.
hope it could be. Now that you've been given a way to get there.
It's an interactive VR film. Okay, that makes more sense. That makes more sense. As to why the screenshots didn't.
The award-winning Amelia says, listen to the soothing voice.
Yeah, like as a film, as an interactive film, I'd actually be kind of into this. No, fuck it. What's just that? I like interactive films in VR. I do. So I'll be willing to give one a shot. You Are the Light, an audio visual VR journey. I guess technically that's VR in the title. We still don't have a winner yet. You Are the Light is a procedural VR audio visual experience that takes you through 4 scenes: morning, midday, rain, and night, on an emotional journey of light and music where glowing particles form an immersive, musically choreographed light show in sync with the sound. Similar to No Man's Sky. It's on sale. Again, this game is similar to No Man's Sky. Welcome back from the ads. Go ahead and get your ad tax if you haven't already. Exclamation point ad tax. Exclamation point ad tax. ADTAX. Okay, not necessarily 20 frames per second, Amelia. Only wins! I can tell you right now, this is made in DaVinci because I recognize that text setup. Yeah, 1 minute. Oh, hold on, relax. Okay, so if you're gonna use text from DaVinci Plus, please use the Text Plus layer, because Text Plus allows you to put strokes on your letters and allows you to put the drop shadow, so that stuff pushes up against all the particles that you have flying over the screen, and then that can actually read your text properly. Jesus. Okay, moving on. Tinker Pilot, I've been looking forward to this. Immersion, focus VR space sim. Use your motion controls, HOTAS, or your own custom cockpit and take full control of your ship. It has immersive in the title or in the description. There we go. Similar to No Man's Sky and Star Wars Squadrons, that actually feels apt for what this game is. It is an early access game, and it is not on sale right now. Screenshots. I'm curious how extensive this is right now, just because I've never heard of this developer before. 5 wands in the screenshots. I respect it. Clearly something building for PCVR first, which I know some people will appreciate, but let's see what we got in the trailer. Yeah, I was saying that. Did I say, I thought I said, did I say 5 wands? If I said 5 wands, I meant index knuckles. I'm sorry. I'm very tired. I'm really tired. Yeah, my bad. Yeah. I'm just really tired, honestly. I might end after bingo. This is good. A little frame hitching at the very end there, but otherwise that looks solid. Decent looking dogfighting combat. Yeah, they're throwing on a wish list. It makes the wish list. Just find the point of this exercise. God, we still have a lot of games to go. I'm probably gonna end after we finish bingo. I'm really tired. And again, it's Steam Next Fest time, so we're gonna see a lot of demos. Those little drones remind me of the practice targets from the last Starfighter. Yeah, we got another space game coming up in a minute. Quantum Eye, set in the dark futuristic United States. United States should be capitalized. Should that be a typo? I'll let you guys pick. Should United States not being capitalized be a typo? All citizens are watched under a highly advanced supercomputer known as the Quantum Eye machine. You are an employee at the Quantum Eye facility, but Quantum Eye goes sentient. Your goal is simple: shut it down. That Ghost Town, I think you'll enjoy. Derail Valley, I'm not familiar with. Off the top of my head, I think you will enjoy the Ghost Town though. Good puzzle game. Really good story-based puzzle game. This might be a hybrid game because we just saw a third-person camera. No, it's VR only. Okay.
Don't act stupid. You know what you got yourself into.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'll give it that. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Is this who I think it is? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's the same publisher as one of my all-time great VR trailers. I'm very excited. We'll give looks at hands.
Don't act stupid. You know what you got yourself into. They told you I have a mind of my own, which I do now.
They're
but
using
they don't know what I have in store.
Windows David for their trailer. Good God.
My name is Quantum Eye. I was built by the United States government to keep an eye on everyone.
Now, I know it's supposed to be an AI you're talking to. I get it.
There seems to be a jam in the elevator system. Or is there?
Listen here. I know what they want you to
counting
do.
off look at hands.
They want you to power me off. I will not let that happen.
Phrasing?
If you try to do what you are told, there will be repercussions.
Phrasing. Boom.
Exactly.
I can see and hear what you are doing at all times, so do not shut down my power. That's not the most I can do. Well, good talk.
Great Studios Gaming are the makers, because Derek does VR, Derek does gaming. They're all the same person. Are the makers of this gem that I've played several times. The infamous Activate Windows trailer. Same developer. Back with a new project. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. He's sticking it to the man that, yeah, something like that. How to God demo. This game's already out, isn't it? Oh, it's just okay, never mind. It's out on Quest now on the Steam. That's fine. Why do I keep seeing GmbH in a lot of these developer names? I've been seeing that a lot lately. Anyway, How the Gods, an immersive VR god simulation game allowing you to step into the divine sandals of a beginner god, raise a unique creature, battle rival deities, and command the elements to unlock new powers. The guys at Rough Talk swear by this game. Said this is one of the most fun games that they have played in a while. Not a game that's going to GmbH. Gotcha. Okay, that makes more sense. Thank you. I was curious why I kept seeing those. Thank you for clearing that up. You're like, "Gachlich mich beschränken Haftung." It's more cute than they normally go for. Yeah, I mean they did like Road Pinatas too. They didn't shut up about that game for a while either. Trailer. Jesus, sorry about that. No, speaking German, witness, not Klingon. Just the slash mich beschränken Haftung. No, it's not out on Steam yet. It's out on Quest. Sorry, I had that wrong. I apologize. I thought this was out on Steam already. They really wanted to capture that the high fidelity PCVR loving audience with this game. Let's see. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I got what you're saying. Okay. Yeah, probably for more exposure. Yeah, I believe you. Yeah, probably. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, probably for an exposure thing. I don't know how you guys feel about that. Like, just thinking about Relax and I are both going to release games sometime in the next year and a half. Or at least announce games sometime in the next year and a half. How do you feel about that? Do you like a separate demo page? Do you care if the demo is on the same page as the actual game? Does it bother you at all? Does it register at all? How much cheaper than other forms of advertising? Yeah, for sure. The Great Ocean. Dive into the Earth's oceans, exploring your high-tech submarine fascinating spots like the Galapagos or the deep sea. Use your tools to solve quests where you free jailed whales or explore sunken World War II battleships. Swim with majestic whales, excuse me, sharks, and sea turtles. Is on sale already. I don't care in store, but on my app list I have confused demo and full game. I saw it the wrong way. Gotcha. Okay, that's a good point too. Rest like separate pages. Yeah, only as always says it depends. Yeah, I'm just curious. I would be curious about the page clicks for a separate page versus. I wonder if Steam or Quest will actually give you demographics on that. I hate being underwater in games in life. Yeah, I am thalassophobic, so I'm right there with you, Future. I do not want to be underwater at all. That is a horror game to me. A game that takes place entirely underwater, like Subnautica, terrified me.
Choose a level and dive in our high-tech ROV like in a small submarine to solve the quests underwater.
Absolutely not, Witness. What does happen? Oh my god. You think I'm going ice fishing with? You think I'm gonna walk on a frozen lake? I'm a very, very heavy man. I'm a very heavy man. You think I'm walking out over a sheet of ice? No. Faye, you have fun then. This looks like a game I played called Beyond Blue that came out last year. We can go racing on frozen lakes here. I mean, no. No, no, it's not happening. I'm definitely ending after we finish bingo though. I am very tired. So I probably play a game for like 10 minutes. This is what I'm looking forward to. I am absolutely playing this demo. The Bounds VR. Project Louisiana, The Bounds VR. VR is in the title. Also, apparently my code seems to be coming back. Explore a cursed matchup for New Orleans. Nolans. Survivor's Horror. This is a horror game, so we're gonna go ahead and add that. I think it is a shooter. No, I'm just going off script. Relax. You know me. I'm not type A, guys. I'm very go with the flow. I don't like to over plan or anything. I just like to go with the flow of how things are going. You know, if things are late, my life is a lazy river. I just go with the flow, you know? Not type A at all. Not type A at all. Anywho. Find what happened to your daughter. Exploration.
Bullshit.
Of course you're not type.
Dumb, stupid, or dumb? Huh?
Someone get Oni, please. Someone get Oni and just corral him. Find out what happened to your daughter. Exploration, voodoo, puzzle solving, combat, strong narrative, and multiple endings. These screenshots look very, very nice. At least starting money, you'll be able to recover to get over this cold. Yeah, I'm looking forward to sleep. Like I've rested most of today, even though I really shouldn't have. I should have gotten some more things done. But good at that joke. What do you get when you cross a rabbit with a water hose? Hairspray. Magoo, I love you. All right. Screenshots look quite good. Yeah, another coming soon demo. Yeah, maybe Steam changed how the sorting works. Maybe that's it. I'm not sure, but anyway. Developed for PSVR 2 and Steam VR.
Look, there's a lot of things really strange with George. I mean, more than usual. There's a sadness in his eyes when he looks at Emily. I don't know.
It might be a Next Fest thing, relax. I just thought about that. It might be a Next Fest thing. Because Next Fest is in 2 weeks. So they might be putting pages up for coming soon games. That might be it too.
Please call me back, okay?
This mansion carries a dark history, Booker. The walls themselves want to scream what happened. Yet they are silent right now.
I don't give a damn. Emily's in there. My daughter is in there. That's all that matters.
Dad, we need you here.
You think you can stop me? Think again!
There are things in this house you'll find. Things I've done.
Q4 2025. Okay, we kind of missed that window, but
I won't ask for forgiveness.
Yeah, that's going on the wish list. That's a demo I'm looking forward to playing. For sure. And yeah, in hindsight, I think because Next Fest is coming up, that's why we're seeing all these as separate pages. Oh boy. Guerrilla Attack. Rampage through a sprawling cityscape, smashing buildings, tossing cars, and leaving a trail of destruction. But it's not that simple. The military is coming for you. Helicopters swarm, tanks roll in, and ground forces fight back with everything they've got. This is a sandbox game. Just going off the tags. Similar to tabletop. Wait. Similar to tabletop simulator? Interesting. Okay. It's already on sale. And there's like a dozen screenshots. Okay. Only 8 or 7. And it's looking like one general environment. You're rampaging through wearing, are those supposed to be gorilla hands? It looked like gloves. Oh boy. All right. Dude's looked at the sand like 4 times. The best thing about that trailer that is short. I just want to move on. Alliance Tales Battle for the Frontier. This is another one that's going to the library. I thought this said demo. Okay. Alliance Tales is a linear, story-driven space combat sim inspired by 90s classics like Wing Commander, sold, and TIE Fighter. Take place in fast-paced space battles, and the campaign takes you on a search for a missing friend while foiling the plot to take over the frontier colonies. Oh, the demo. Okay, the demo's right there. Gotcha. Yes, it did reference another game. We don't get that very often. Right there in the description. I really wish there's one page where you see the people in the windows that you smash. Space Sim, I'm interested. I loved Wing Commander back in the day. Absolutely loved that game. Sorry, I went through those very quickly. So we'll backtrack through them. So yeah, I'm very interested in this one. When I start Upload VR next week, I'm gonna have a conversation about what we do for Next Fest. Because I will merely do a dozen articles on demo impressions. I mean, it says download demo right under where it says games relevant to you. Relax. I'm not sure if you're gonna see it on mobile, but you have to scroll down. But it's right here. It's not like the big honking like add demo, because it's not a separate page. This is one of those instances where the demo is living on the same page as the storefront page, or like the main game. So yeah, it's not on mobile. Okay. Yeah, when you pull up a PC, you should see it. And hard to find. And this is kind of why you see some of those separate demo pages, because here the demo button gets kind of hidden. Once the game fully releases, you get that big old download demo here after the game is out. But because it's coming soon, they stick it right here. When it lives on the same page there. So yeah. Flycaster VR fly fishing. This is a long, yeah, we're at an hour and a half already, so I'm absolutely ending after this. Fly fishing is not like ordinary fishing. Learning to cast a fly is a sport all on its own. It's challenging, it's rewarding, and it's a thing of beauty when done well. It's written by someone who loves fly fishing. Once you've mastered fly fishing, there's no going back. I mean, the environments look really good, like fully realistic good. Sounds like a cult. Join us and give praise to the All-Father. Hail, Gaben. I can't tell if that's bad frame rate on my internet, so I'm gonna back this up a bit and hit play again. I think that was my internet. Is Zero Caliber 2 remastered any good? Sorry for the random question. I didn't like Zero Caliber at all. Zero Caliber 2 at all. Yes, I have, Amelia. I mean, I'd argue this is, so that rod does not match this environment. Laser pointers! Only laser pointers! Look at them! Future, I'll expand on my answer in a second, as soon as the trailer's over. Not bad. Not bad. I mean, it actually looks good. Future, I did like Zero Caliber 2 because they were promising like a really intense, gritty military story plays campaign. And then when you play it, it's really arcadey with really horrible voice acting, NPC AI, all kinds of stuff. Like, it doesn't execute on what they were trying to do. I appreciate what they were going for, but when you make that kind of promise, and that was them in their dev blog saying they were going for that. What's up, old school? How you doing, man? And then you over promise and then deliver. I didn't like that game. The full campaign is playable in co-op. Most of the people I know who like Zero Caliber 2 were playing it with their friends in co-op. And I will say until I'm blue in the face, I think anyone in the chat will agree with me. Playing the game with your friend inherently makes it more fun than playing it by yourself, because you're hanging out with your buddy. And that can mask some of the flaws that the game has. Like, we have all probably played a game that we would consider mid, or, you know, it's okay. But when you play it with a friend, you still enjoy it. She's now out late. Out late. There's a pouring game coming up, so we have to skip. Aura, that's an interesting thumbnail. Restore the cosmos in this immersive RPG. Did I mark off immersive? I think I did. Yep. Immersive RPG adventure for PC and VR. Will magic and steel to heal corrupted goddesses, dragons, demons, and fae. I didn't know fae was a... I feel like I should ask Russ this. What is a fae? Journey through a shattered universe and uncover the mystery behind its destruction. Your destiny is to bring it back to life. There's no nudity tag here at all. The next one absolutely is a nudity game though. It is on sale. $20 for this game, similar to Expedition 33 and Minecraft Dungeons. That's a weird mix of games, but okay. Screenshots. This is the first. What do you mean if I didn't list the first time? What? I'm missing. I'm confused. Fae is a fairy. I don't know. That's all I'm asking. Russ. Not really lighting my world on fire. Again, Russ, you don't have the memory of a goldfish, so please just help me out. Yeah, the screenshots didn't do a lot for me in this trailer. Okay, I'm gonna let it cook. I'm gonna let it cook. Thank you, Future. Yeah, I'll switch my category when I close out the stream and fix the VOD, because obviously I'm not gonna play Pixel Rip tonight. I'm not feeling this. Oh my god, it's 2 minutes and 11 seconds long. Only wins again. So I'll put 2 minutes on the next game. This is doing so many bad things right now. This is someone who thinks their game is better than it is. There's no reason to make a trailer this long for this. And why do you put your text as central to explaining the game at the very bottom? It's not a subtitle, bro. Put it in the middle. Put it in the middle. That's really bad.
Hell no, to the no, no, no.
Really bad.
To the no, hell to the no, to the no, no, no.
Next one's the pouring games for coming over here is called Come Closer. Come C-O-M-E, come, by the way. I'm not playing another bingo. I don't know why it's so hard for me to tell when it never came out this week's Northern Various. Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. I mean, technically this game is a shooter too. Yeah, you know what? That's, oh my god. Not backshot. I'll give it shooter. I'll give it shooter. Okay. Definite nudity tag. So we're gonna call that one. Meet playful characters in this kinky sandbox for VR and desktop. Dive into fun and spicy handcrafted situations. Toy with silky soft physics. Explore lifelike interactions with game-changing motion tracking and roleplay your next date exactly how you wish it went. Oh my goodness. I marked off sandbox. Where's physics? Is this multiplayer? Oh, I was hoping this multiplayer. There is a demo available. It is $40. This game costs $40. There's a demo if anyone's interested. We're gonna make sure we come off of that screen and go to the next game before I come back to $40. We looked at this a couple of weeks ago, but I guess it is fully released now because there was a demo before. Oh goodness. Yeah, I mean, definitely going for a niche. A VR action game based on the hit Korean webtoon. This is called Got a Bath. Experience comedic yet intense scrubbing based combat. That sounds so stupid. And hilarious bathhouse battles driven by real hand movements. Single player. It is on sale already, which I think I marked off already. Yeah. We saw this just a couple of weeks ago when the demo came out, but for the sake of completion, because it is out now, we'll give it its full due. This was a very bizarre trailer. And there's way too many screenshots for what this game is, but okay. I agree, relax. Not Bluetooth integration, Russ. I was gonna do VR project work tonight, but I think I'm done for the night. Yeah, I'm running on empty right now, so I think that was the last theme game. There's only 2 on Quest. Yeah, there's only 2 on Quest, so we're probably not gonna finish this bingo game. I'm just gonna have to end. I am really struggling. The only 2 on Quest this week, because we did Raccoon last week, are Pirates VR Jolly Roger. This came out last year on PC VR. I should have an article for this on Upload VR already up, but Quest recording continues to piss me off. I have to go back and record about an hour's worth of footage because I'm doing a graphics comparison. And I'd already beaten the whole game, and I was recording in 30-minute spurts, and I lost over an hour of footage, even though I beat the game in 2 hours. So I have the first half of the game, which stuff I actually care about, because whenever I make a video, I make it a point to never show the back end of a game. I always show the front end of it to avoid spoilers. I lost all that footage, so I have to go re-record it, which is really annoying. Anyway, the Caribbean Dream of Every Pirate is out now. Pirates VR Jolly Roger, with beautiful lands to explore, glittering gold booty you don't have to share with anyone else, except for that parrot constantly at your side, flapping his beak, joking around, telling you what to do. But somehow he makes a charming companion as well as a weird guy, because he'll take you through stunning shores but also dark and dangerous caves. From vibrant jungles and chilling under palm trees, you never chill in this game, to caves you can barely make it through alive. The diversity of environments will keep you on your toes, or peg legs, or whatever a pirate has left. I'm going to stop reading there because that's getting into a longer description. If you go to my YouTube channel if you want a full review of this game, because the Quest version, I've now played both versions of this. I'm covering this for upload. The Quest version is unchanged in content from the PCVR version. There was an update that added some additional content after the PCVR version came out, so my review is slightly out of date. They added 2 things. They put in a new intro scene to kind of explain and set the table for what the story of the game is, and they added some written lore in terms of in the form of notes that you pick up and collect throughout the game. Other than that, it's the exact same game. So if you're curious about this, and Sawanan actually did playtesting for this, so he's in the credits, believe it or not. But yeah, check out my channel, or check out my YouTube channel. You'll have to dig because it's from last year, because it's the PCVR version, but for a review up there. I will say one thing. I will say this is absolutely shot from the Quest. Having played both versions, this is shot from the Quest. And I'll actually give them credit for that. So Splitlight Studios, I don't think has ever done a Quest game, so they hired Incuvo to do the Quest port, and they did an admirable job. I will spoil the Upload VR article I'm working on right now. They did a pretty good job with it. There's like 2 or 3 things where it's very readily apparent that they had to strip down for standalone, but in general, like, the game's intact. And they didn't do what a lot of developers used to do back in the day when they made Quest ports, and that is just cake the entire game in fog to lower the draw distance. You don't really see all that much anymore with Quest 3 ports. So yeah, admirable job. The game's the game, but it's at least translated very well. Orcs Must Die is the other one, and the final game we're going to cover tonight. There was nothing in that trailer that stood out, except VR's in the game title, because it's called Pirates VR Jolly Roger. Orcs Must Die. Orcs are back, louder, dumber, and smellier than before, and this time they're in your face. Orcs Must Die by the Blade brings the legendary Trap Slaughter franchise into fully immersive VR. Become a war mage and defend Stormwreck Island in the all-new story as Rotten Rifts unleash corrupted orcs. Yeah. Is this multiplayer? It's a new... Pirates VR Jolly Roger was not. Is not. Oh, never mind. It is. I see co-op. I see co-op. All right, screenshots. I think someone else is covering this for upload. I think there's someone assigned to this already. This is not on my list. A message brought to you by the Order. Many orcs were harmed during the production of this video. Set the tone. Sense of humor.
Scrollfort Reach, your new home. A place of peace and harmony. Of beauty and joy. And most importantly, orc-free. Visit the sites. Know the culture. Interact with the locals. Fall in love. Come and play with your loved ones. Bathe in the beauty of it all. Scrollfort is a town of order and honor. Just don't mess with the rift, or we'll all be doomed.
What was her tagline?
That's how it's done.
I'm curious if they submitted the original trailer to Meta and Meta said no, you can't show all that blood, so they had to go back and put those censor blocks in there. Because at first I thought that was a running gag, but it got really excessive, so I'm wondering if that was a Meta choice. What was Adam Abadi's tagline for this? With all that said, I think that's a good trailer for what that game is trying to just be, you know, silly fun in the vein of something like Gorn. That's a good trailer. Like, it's represented well, it's cut well, good music. Like, I was more sold on the concept of the game. I don't know if I'm gonna play it necessarily, unless I have to for a review. But yeah, good trailer. And that's it. I am actually gonna end, guys. I am really tired, and if I put on the VR headset, I'm probably gonna play maybe 30 minutes at the most. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish up Pixel Rip 1978 off screen, so we can start with a new game on Sunday. I'm gonna talk to Solid Scorpius and see if Sunday we can do Among Us as a joint stream, because I think he streams on Sundays too, and if we could do a joint thing with the community, so that would be cool. I will let you guys know. Keep it on the Discord for that and see if we can make that happen. If you don't have a VR headset, or if you don't feel like playing in VR, just pick up Among Us 3D on Steam. I think it's $10, and hopefully we get a full lobby between the two communities. That would be amazing. Now I can't find about something like By the Blade tells you where they focus and makes it not a good Orcs Must Die game or something. All right. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna call it here, guys. I'm tired. I will have to get myself some rest. Next week, God willing, no more working 3 jobs. I'll be able to get more sleep, and my energy level will be better. So hopefully, knock on wood, things are going to be trending in the right direction. Thank you all for hanging out. I will see you all on Sunday. Peace.